Alright guys, TouchCrab back again today. Hope you're enjoying your Wednesday so far. Today we're going to talk about Shotzzy. A clip came out last night from his stream where he talked about the new Halo Infinite game, which I believe is going to be revealed tomorrow, or at least the revealed trailer or something is probably coming out tomorrow. Sometime later this year, the game will officially been released. Haven't had a Halo game in quite a while now. Of course, Shotzzy, former Halo World Champion, certainly came up on that game, as we'll talk about in coming minutes here. And given that Modern Warfare isn't the best season, the potential of next season also being online, and, well, Slasher talking a few days ago about he might consider temporary retirement, Shotzzy says on stream that he will at least consider, if Halo Infinite is a very good game, going back to play Halo professionally going forwards. Doesn't say it's particularly likely or anything like that as we're looking in the coming minutes here, but certainly something to consider given that a player like Frosty as well that we can look at also came up playing that game. Who knows if that's a possibility? Of course, it would be a big loss for the CDL, but I don't think it's overwhelmingly likely to happen. Intrigued to hear your thoughts down in the comment section below. Like if you guys enjoyed the video, subscribe if you are new. Draft Buff Draft Royale for this weekend's Toronto home series is available down in the pinned comment below. The winner last weekend won a CDL jersey. This time around, we're doing a giveaway of one of these CDL t-shirts. So if you managed to win out of, well, last week there was like 2,000 people, but it could be you this time around. And if you do win, well, this is going to be your prize. You can choose one of these, well, lovely quality designs. Intriguingly also, well, these designs were all made by the CDL and stuff like that. Next season, I think there might be the possibility, as we'll look at in probably a double upload I'm going to do tomorrow, of the teams actually designing their own jerseys and logos, which is something that we certainly did talk about at the start of this year. So, Halo Infinite, as we can see here on Wikipedia, going to be shown to the public via live stream tomorrow, July the 23rd, 2020. The last time we got a Halo game, I think, was like 2015 with Halo 5 or something like that. So, it's been a long time on that title. And yes, well, finally, a new Halo game is coming out. Also wanted to mention that a couple of days ago, the Call of Duty League came out and said that the first candidate for the Call of Duty League MVP for the season is going to be Shotzzy. I think they came out and said that Celium is going to be the next one. I'm not exactly sure how many candidates they're going to be doing, but Shotzzy is definitely up there for, well, the contention right now. Very interesting, to be honest, given that, well, he's only been here for a season. I think definitely deserving of at least being a candidate. Like the event that they won before it moved to the online arena, Shotzzy had like a 1.1 and something, was definitely improving significantly in the LAN environment for when he was playing online earlier this season and kind of struggling. And of course, since we've gone online, he's just got better and better and gone from strength to strength. And right now, the Dallas Empire is probably the best team in the game after this most recent performance at the London home series. But with all that being said, this is the clip that comes out put together by Cronut CDL Intel, and yeah, I'll leave this linked down below, of course, and I'll play it on screen for you guys. Enjoy Shotzzy's phenomenal movement in the background as well.
Dude, I'm not trolling. Like, this is me being serious. If Halo Infinite is actually really fucking fun, and like, and if it's really fucking good, and I genuinely like it, like, I'm debating on switching. No bullshit. Literally, I played Halo literally fucking since I was 4 years old until now. Well, I mean, well, until like last year. And that's like, bro, what, like at least 15, 14 years of just straight Halo. You know what I'm saying? So like, I don't know. That shit was literally my childhood. I'm not saying that I will go back. I'm just saying if it's that fucking, if it's really fucking good and I see potential in it, then I mean, there's a possibility, but I genuinely don't think I will. I mean, we're just going to have to wait and see.
So, Shotzzy doesn't say it's likely by any means. He said it's pretty unlikely that this is going to happen. But, you know, then again, who knows, right? Maybe the next year's Call of Duty will be awful. Like, who knows exactly what's going on? This next year's CoD is meant to be made by Treyarch, of course. We haven't really heard anything about it yet. Usually by this time of the year, we have a significant degree of information about what the next Call of Duty is going to be like. The fact that we don't have that this year means, like, is it ready? Is it going to be ready to go? Like, what stage of the game is it going to be at? How much competitive support is there going to be? Is it going to be a good title? Is it going to let us down once again, I suppose, like Modern Warfare did from the competitive side? If that is the case, especially if things are online, maybe Shotzzy, well, as he said, he's played Halo since he was like 4. Maybe he decides to go back to the game he loves, probably even more so than Call of Duty, right? I mean, certainly more so than Call of Duty, given how much he's played that and, you know, how long he's played that game for. We'll have a look at some of his results here in just a second. He adds Frosty in this one. He says, I hope it's the best game of all time then. So, yeah, well, who knows? Not completely out of the question. And as we can see with Slash is saying, barring a miracle, the league will more than likely be online next year, which, you know, I don't know the legitimacy to this. Hopefully, of course, that's not the case. The next year's Call of Duty game will be played online, or at least the CDL 2021 will at least start off online. Certainly hope that's not the case. If that is the case, I imagine that competitive Halo will be doing something similar, which means if everything's online, like, you know, what does Shotzzy want to do then? If one event somehow has LANs, but Activision and the CDL can't, then would Shotzzy consider it? Like, that's not out of the question for legal reasons and stuff like that. But yeah, just thought I'd run you through what Shotzzy's performances look like so far this season. Of course, on the Dallas Empire, absolutely dominating the early season online, then having a few good event wins around Chicago, and they won the LA event, of course, which is the one they won on LAN, having won a couple of events since then. But this is what Shotzzy's performances look like in an offline arena in Halo tournaments. I believe he started playing early. I think they even changed the rules to allow him to compete when he was under 18, just so that he could basically play in some of these championships. And you can see this Splice team from back in the 2018 days, winning so many tournaments, including the Halo World Championship, picking up 500 grand between them. So Shotzzy's certainly not an online or anything like that, and well, definitely has some pedigree in the Halo arena. Now, who knows whether he'll go back there? I don't think it's particularly likely. It would be a difficult one to do. Like, who would he even play with? You know, he'd forfeit his spot potentially on the Dallas Empire team. Then again, it's not like they wouldn't have him back if he decided to come back to Call of Duty another time. But certainly an interesting thing to consider, given that, well, it's been a long time since a recent Halo game has come out. If this one is particularly good for whatever reason, maybe that's something on his mind. And it certainly will be on the mind of some members of the community here. Also, interestingly, I believe Shotzzy was talking with Lando a while ago on the off the break thing that Envy do, and he said that if there was one person he feels that could come over to Call of Duty, it might be this Renegades guy, which they played with a while ago. So I imagine whether he'll stay in the Halo esports community, because certainly Halo esports has been on the decline the last several years. That's why I love the fact that really Call of Duty has a new game every year, and if you do get a bad one, at least there's a new game next year to potentially spark it off. And of course, people are going to buy the game, people are going to play the game every single year, year in, year out. Thought I'd quickly mention as well what Hastro talked about in regards to this, because there was this whole discussion a while ago with Shotzzy's buyout being like 300k plus. He said this back in April time when they won that first event in LA. We paid a pretty insane buyout for the right to contract with Shotzzy. Watching him this weekend, I felt like we made a damn good deal. This was actually after that Chicago online event, which they won, excuse me. And then he followed up with this more recently, seeing a lot of talk about Shotzzy's buyout. It was definitely more than what is being reported. Definitely the largest investment we have ever made into a rookie player in our 13 years. The whole team was a large investment. No regrets at all. So yeah, this is what Hastro Team Envy says, and well, they own the Dallas Empire. So if he was to go back to Halo or something, I imagine it would be Envy fielding a team. Is that something they want to do? Is it like Halo Infinite Esports going to take it to the next level once again? Of course, if he was to leave Call of Duty for a year or whatever, it would be a huge loss, right? He's definitely one of the players that's building his personality, building his brand presence. He's a good presence on camera. He's good on his stream. So yeah, I think that'd be a pretty big loss for the Call of Duty League, but I can't imagine it was something, even if he did go back to Halo Infinite for a season or something, I don't think that would be permanent. Personally, I feel like Call of Duty League has a lot more like long-term potential. Even if the next couple of Call of Duty games aren't so good, I definitely think it will still exist in the future, because Activision certainly want to make it work, as do the franchises. So, you know, they'll probably pull out all the stops to make that happen if the next couple of seasons don't go so well. So, you know, Shotzzy's still a young guy. I don't know what the future of Halo esports looks like, but over the last several years, it's been on a little bit of a downhill trajectory, certainly. So maybe it picks up again with Halo Infinite, but probably wouldn't last forever. So I imagine Shotzzy would at least consider coming back at some point if he does go. But, you know, as we talked about all video, I don't think it's overwhelmingly likely by any means, as he says himself in that clip. A couple of interesting things to talk about before we finished off the video then. Dashi says this, so this meme has been going around over the last couple of days. Payload S&D against E United at Champs. So, yeah, not one that OpTic fans really want to remember. And Crimsix replies to this, I don't want to hear it, man. I straight up told you to pull out the Tempest after he planted. I called this because of previous experiences using the Annihilator on that map, but no, you had to ignore me. You see the size of my forehead. Why, you know, listen, bro, what? That was not the play call. That was full. You probably didn't hear it because everyone was trying to play call different things. Ian, we literally did my strat. I called that round. At the end of the video, I'll share a clip with Dashi and Octane talking on stream a couple of days ago about Ian being Crimsix and some of the funny things he says in game. Thought that was pretty entertaining. Just to finish off then, I thought this was interesting as well, especially given we're talking about the arena of Halo esports. Tom Ryan Ogre 2 legendary Halo player, the the most championships won in any esport history, or certainly console esports history. Not too familiar with like StarCraft and all that back in the day and some of the OG esports stuff, but yeah, definitely in terms of Halo console esports, Ogre 2 is considered the greatest by a lot of people. And well, Sky says, never forgetting, and of course now the Florida Mutineers general manager, saved me from being a sixth man. So thought this is an interesting tweet that was worth mentioning, the fact that Sky's one of the talents of this Florida Mutineers squad, who has definitely, well, propels them to championship victory so far this season. Certainly one of the better ARs we have in the entire game, and has proven that now for a couple of seasons. Ogre 2 supposedly saved him from being a sixth man. So even despite all those, tournament victories and success, well, not tournament victories by any means, but, you know, the successes and the decent results they had on the Luminosity Gaming team last year and how Sky's looked at times, it was still definitely possible that he wasn't going to be on the starting lineup. But Ogre 2 and the Florida guys decided that was going to happen, and so I wonder exactly who he was replacing in that scenario. Intrigued to hear your thoughts down in the comment section below. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like if you did, subscribe if you're new. As always, I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you for watching. I will see you next time.
You like saying shit like that. I was like, holy shit, it's looking kind of fag.
I love playing with Ian because he used to give the most obscure reasons for losing. It was the funniest thing ever, bro. He would say shit like, "Bro, we're just not playing enough off angles, man."
I remember no bullshit.
Bro, he says the most random, miscellaneous, irrelevant, irrelevant shit, bro. He'd just be like, "Damn, man, like, if you don't stun me right there, no bullshit, we probably win that."
Yeah, no, he'd be like, "Dude, Seth, you gotta fucking blow up these trophies, bro." Like, I can't even throw my trophy, so now I have to stim, and that's just taking me out of the play.
Bro, like, that one time he took that long route, bro, like, that shaved 2 seconds off my route, and I got shot in the back because of it. And because of that, I didn't get your trade, bro. And because of that, we didn't hold that hill. And because of that, we lost that map. Also, we weren't playing enough off angles.
Dude, I'll be back.
Yo, that was it. That was it. Dude, I'll be back. I'm gonna